This one's a long one, so get yourself a cup of tea and a biscuit and settle in for the long haul. The question is, can you take an environmentally friendly ski trip that will protect the environment for these fellas? Certainly, as skiers and snowboarders, we understand that climate change is affecting our environment, but so does the industry. They've been slow to start up, but they're now starting to gather momentum, and there are more and more options if you want to be environmentally friendly. So first and foremost, the biggest impact you'll have on a ski holiday is with your travel out to the resort. 75% of your carbon emissions will go on air and road travel. Road is actually one of the worst because you're taking the road from your house to the airport, airport to resort, and then around the resort while you're there. You can cut all of those emissions if you take the train by almost 90% is the figure that I've read. So you've got links from London, you can go down to Paris. The snow train will take you straight down to Bourg Saint-Maurice, which accesses the Haute Tarentaise resort. But you've also got from Paris, you can go Basel and into most of Switzerland, or you can go Amsterdam into most of Austria. It's very easy, very convenient, and you can actually get some work done on the way down there, or the kids can run around and scream their heads off to their heart's content. So next up, you've got which resort you're going to go to. A lot of resorts now are investing in renewable energies to run their infrastructure. Pitztal Glacier is amazing. They've got, I think, 35% of the glacier lifts running off solar now. Larks are pushing upwards of 50% with their renewables. If you support the resorts who are really working hard on these initiatives like hybrid fuel or biodiesel fuel for Peace Bashers and snowmobiles, then you can really start to drive the resorts cleaning up their act. So Leigh, Chamonix, Saas-Fee, as mentioned, Larks, and then Wefenweng. If you arrive by train and hand your car keys in, you get free use of the electric vehicles in town while you're there. Very, very progressive. In terms of eating, local restaurants serving local produce, but by far the best option is self-catering, big batch cooking. Once you're on the mountain, get yourself a nice set of utensils so you don't have to use those horrific individually wrapped plastic utensils. I carry those with me everywhere. Reusable coffee cups, just the little squash down ones, will go in your pocket. Get yourself a thermos as well, and then if you've got packed lunches, get yourself some of those lovely beeswax wrappers. Ski touring and splitboarding, always good options. You're not using any of the infrastructure then, but as I said, I'm kind of in two minds about this, because if you've chosen a resort that's using renewables for its infrastructure, then you're not actually impacting too much, and you're giving your money to a resort who are actually taking big strides. Next in equipment, by far the best option is to hire in resort, because all of that equipment is getting used by hundreds of people every season for the whole season, rather than having one set of gear that sits and probably gets 1 or 2 weeks of the year. Also, you're not lugging it on the airplanes or on the cars, which is adding more fuel costs. But if you're coming by train, then you are allowed to bring your own gear. Intersport codes, as always, are in the text, so check those out if you do want to rent. If you are buying gear, especially apparel, look out for recycled polyester shell fabrics. You can get these everywhere now. The leading brands, Wear Colour, Patagonia, Picture Organic, are working very, very hard on PFC-free waterproof coating, so you're not polluting the water supply afterwards. I'll put details on those in the text. Patagonia actually have a fantastic resource called the Worn Wear Tour, where they travel around all the different resorts, and if you're in the resort, you take your clothing in. It doesn't have to be Patagonia, any brand, and they'll repair it for free. But you can also take it into any repair shop in the UK, and they will do it. Good kit, if you look after it well, should last 8 to 10 years, so you don't need to go out and believe all the marketing hype. Hold onto your gear for as long as possible. One of the other things that you can do is support any of the NGOs or charities who are working in this space, like Protect Our Winters. They have national offices in a lot of countries now, and Mountain Riders in France are very good. They're doing reviews of over 250 resorts and their actual green credentials rather than the greenwash. I'm also aware that if you get sold an environmentally friendly tag, you usually get a price tag to match. So if any of you have any green hacks that bring prices down and make things more environmentally friendly, please stick them in the text. Thanks for watching. I look forward to reading your comments.